Hey folks, today on Hopped Up, we're going to review Left Hand Brewer's Test Kitchen Thai Spice Saison.
Welcome to Hopped Up. Thank you for joining us today. I am Ben. There's Jay. Andy is still stuck in the attic. If you would like to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can do so down in the description. Links for those three are down there as well. Also, if you'd like to leave us a comment about today's video, please be sure to do that. What are we going to be drinking today?
Well, we're going back to the Left Hand Brewing Company. We're leaving the stout behind this time. We're going to the special series that they do, the Brewer's Test Kitchen. And this one specifically, the Thai Spice Saison. It's Saison, for those who don't know, it's like a fruity style of ale. It's a pale ale, also known as farmhouse ale. It's usually, like, again, fruity and specialty spices from the region. So why don't we crack it, get going, and then we can discuss more about it.
Sounds good. Let's get rolling.
This one should be interesting, I think.
Yeah, so the ale is brewed with lemongrass, jalapeno, coriander, kaffir lime leaves, and galangal. If that's how you pronounce that. That's galangal is like a root, a rhizome, similar to looks like a ginger root. A lot of these are used in Southeast Asian cuisine.
Should be very interesting.
Definitely smell the lemongrass.
Yeah, but it's not overpowering. None of that is.
That's the first thing that comes out. And the citrus, the kaffir lime leaves that I looked up the fruit. It looks like a lumpy lime, but they use the leaves, they crush them, and they put it in these dishes, but they also use it for perfumes.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, none of the spices or smells come over like extremely strong. I mean, they're there, but at least in mine, it's nothing overpowering.
Right.
Yeah. So being a pale, it's nice, kind of a crisp, clean look to it.
Yep.
Let's dive in.
Interesting.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Ooh,
there's spice everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, in the front end, you get the lemon, that coriander, but then on the back end, the jalapeno starts coming through. Yeah,
definitely does.
Yeah, I'm a fan of some of
that's fun.
The spicy hotter beers, where they throw a little bit in. You get those. There's some out of South Carolina and some out of New Mexico that I've had. So you go out to New Mexico and they've got red or green chilies.
So these saisons are originated in Belgium, and they would use the fruit from the area and then store them and drink them during summertime. How they originated, highly carbonated typically. A lot of different regional spices typically used. Man, that's a good one.
It is.
This one is
interesting. Very interesting for sure. You get a lot of different flavors.
It's got a lot going on for sure.
It does.
Yeah,
definitely very complex.
6.0%, 20 IBUs. Again, another good one from Left Hand out of Longmont, Colorado. So we did their milk stout nitro, right? So as we went over on that one, so if y'all should look back on our past videos to look for the Left Hand milk stout nitro. Interesting backstory on them. These are actually Air Force buddies, homebrewed stuff, and they wanted to create beer that they couldn't get in their region. So in '93, that's when they were kind of born. Originally named Indian Peaks Brewing, but they had to change that because that was already taken by another brewing, so that they named it Left Hand in honor of this Chief Niwot, an Arapaho chief, from the region, and Niwot was Arapaho for Left Hand.
Yeah,
Neat.
cool story.
Yeah, and just looking at the Thai Spice on their website, we got it in a 4-pack, and at least according to the website, that's still apparently the only way it comes.
Yeah.
And it was released early 2022, according to the website. So, we had, I think we've got a few more to come from them, but currently that seems to be the only way you can purchase this one.
Didn't you say this was a pretty limited beer?
Yeah, if you look at the box, it actually says crazy limited. So
Crazy.
that's
It's
the
not
way-
pretty limited.
It's crazy limited. So that's
It's like-
that's the lingo they put on it. So
Is that like ludicrous speed? or
it
is that what
might
we're
be.
getting to?
Yeah.
So one thing interesting when I like can art. We've discussed it before, and of course, we'd also discussed if you can get in there, they've got a little hands on there. But one of the things, and Jay, you just started peeling the label there. I noticed that it had an extra label on it, and there's something peeking behind it, but they have a little scan here, the QR code, and takes you to the website.
Yeah,
And
it's got a different beer underneath.
well, they explained why there's a sticker on your beer. There was a nationwide, aluminum can shortage because of the pandemic. And so the supply chain is all slowed down. And you had especially since they're out west, they serve a lot, all over, but a lot of their business out west, and a lot of California, Colorado restaurants, bars shut down. So people weren't drinking draft. They were drinking more in cans. Well, if there's a shortage and everybody's drinking the cans. So what they did was, the reason they put these stickers on, they took limited edition beers or seasonal beers that they had extra can inventory, put their new beer in the cans that were waiting to be canned, and then just stuck a label on it. So
Great reuse.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think it's cool
Repurposing
that
their
they.
access.
I think it's cool that they actually explain that too. I mean,
Yeah.
because you look at this and it's like, did they just throw this together?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
the reason I did it is, you can see the sticker, and then the can still on the rim. It has the left hand, but then you can, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of the logo poking out underneath the sticker. So I was curious what was underneath, and it's interesting. It's another one that Ben would definitely love, but
yeah.
maybe we can try and get that another time.
They needed to put an explainer because people were questioning whether this was the actual beer that they were purchasing.
Right.
If you've never had it before, you're none the wiser. So what
Yep.
do they have under this guy? Another brewer's test kitchen in the series. Okay. Dry hopped pineapple ginger sour.
That sounds delicious.
That's the one I got as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know if this is just a limited or discontinued or another seasonal. So maybe one day. Maybe if Left Hand wants to mail it to us when we've got all our thousands of viewers.
Yep. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notifications bell for the shameless plug there with that mention. All right, with that, are we ready to go around the horn and put a number on this one?
Yeah.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll start this up. I like Saisons, farmhouses, lambics. I like the fruit. I like the spice. Something different from the traditional, even I'm a big hazy IPA guy. I like stouts and porters, but this is refreshing. I like this. It's light enough to do for summer, but that nice spice is good for the winter. So it's a year round for me. I'm going to go 8.5. Really good. It's a high score.
Yeah.
All right. I'll jump right in. I agree with you. I think it's a offering. Really, really like the flavor, even though it's very complex. I was a little concerned when we read through the can and the description of it with all the different spices and everything else going into it. Do enjoy these more probably in the colder weather months with the spice on the back end. I don't know that I could sit here and drink it full time in a summertime, maybe. But the bite from the jalapeno on the backside, so I think I'm going to give it around a 7.5. It's definitely something I'd love to have again, and would love certain times of the year.
All right. Deal. So I'm probably on the opposite end of the spectrum from you guys. I was really excited about this just because it's something different, but, full disclosure, I'm not a Thai food kind of guy. And, the spices for me are not a big thing. I've had one other jalapeno beer before, and I don't think I finished it. So, it just not necessarily my thing. So
That's fair.
Definitely something that I'm happy to try because I like to try beer, and that's what we're here for. But this is, again, one of those that I'm okay probably not having again. As I've probably said before, for me, this is a 5.5. I give it that extra half because it's something different. Applaud them for trying something new. Obviously, Andy, there's people out there that like it. Jay, you guys like it, so totally understand that, and totally worth trying if you come across it. Just because, again, it is kind of so different than maybe the norm. But for me, 5.5, just because it doesn't hit the mark for me.
Yeah, cool. We should name these types for you when you say I'm okay not having again. The hello goodbye beer. There you go.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yep.
Andy and I'll go drink it all day long.
Yeah. Well, after the first one, I might move on to something else.
Yeah, but
I'll drink it every day.
Definitely drink again. So,
yeah, I was going to say earlier that I was like, I'll have one, but then I'm going to move on because it is a strong taste, and it will affect you drinking anything else later.
Right.
I think how you perceive it, because it's complex.
It is complex. As I drink more of it, it's that jalapeno. I'm sure it just that warm feeling that you almost feel with a bourbon. It's coming all the way down. So which is I don't dislike overall, but I don't know that I personally like it from jalapeno or for spice. I like it from a bourbon, but that gives us a 7.2 for the Thai Spice Saison from Left Hand Brewing out of Longmont, Colorado. Again, a very interesting beer with a lot of things going on, a lot of complexity to it, and definitely one I think anybody should try if they like trying craft beer. And obviously, if you like trying craft beer, that's probably why you're watching us three idiots talk about it. So with that, appreciate you guys checking us out today. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and cheers that notification bell to get notified of our videos in the future. For Idiot Jay, Idiot Andy in the attic, and Idiot Ben, cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah.